Alrighty people, today I'm going to try out a new recipe. Never tried to make this before, so I'm interested to see how it turns out. But growing up, I remember eating a lot of hamburgers. Obviously you can tell by my figure, but whenever we ate hamburgers, we almost always had macaroni and cheese as a side dish with it. So as requested by Brandon Marks of Brandon Marks Fitness, I'll put his link down in the description and maybe up on my video if I can figure out how to do it. But yeah, he has a great channel. He has a fitness channel, obviously by his name. And after you eat this burger, you might just have to go check his channel out to shed the weight off. Because it's not the healthiest thing in the world, but it is going to be good. So, first of all, you're going to have to make some mac and cheese. I'm going to go inside now and show you how that's done. And then we'll get started making this burger. Tune back in. Alrighty here people, got the water boiling. Gonna go ahead and add a half cup of elbow macaroni. Obviously we're making mac and cheese here people. And then let's see here, grab my hamburger here. When I make hamburgers, I always like to use a nice 80-20. You want plenty of fat when you're making hamburgers. We're not really trying to be healthy here, people. But yeah, I'll tune back in when this macaroni's done and show you how to make this mac and cheese. You're going to want to undercook this macaroni since we're going to be cooking it again in the hamburger. So I'd say just maybe a tiny bit less than al dente, so when you taste the macaroni and it's a little bit hard still, but you can chew it pretty well. That's about how I'm gonna leave it, so then it's not gonna be too soggy once the burger is done. But yeah, tune back in a second. Alrighty people, we have our drained pasta there, and now we're gonna get extra special here. The cheapest of the cheap, a little bit of Velveeta cheese here. But I tell you what, you can use expensive cheese and it's just not the same. For mac and cheese, this is what I suggest. Usually I like a little bit more quality ingredients, but not in the mac and cheese. So add a few chunks of cheese here, and then I'm also going to add a little bit of milk. Now all this is approximate, people. I'm not measuring anything out. You just want a little bit of milk to thin that cheese sauce out. And then I'm also going to add some black pepper. And that's pretty much about it. I'm gonna get that melted down, and that's my favorite mac and cheese right there. So tune back in a second. Alrighty people, I got this 80-20 made into some patties. These are just shy of quarter-pound patties here, and I made them pretty large and pretty thin because this burger is going to take a while to cook if you make these thick, and I don't want raw burger juice in my macaroni. So got those going here, and my mac is just about done here. As you can see, it's real cheesy and real good. Now if you want, this is about perfect. If it's too thick, add more milk. If it's too thin, add a little bit more cheese. So that's about perfect. I'm gonna let that melt just a little more, and then it's gonna go in between the burger patties. I'm not gonna season these burger patties on the inside. That mac and cheese is going to have plenty of flavor. I'll do just a tiny bit of salt, tiny bit of pepper on the outside of the patty, and that should be good to go. Alrighty, the mac and cheese is done. Now it's time to spoon it into the burger patty. I'm trying to get as much of this macaroni on here without overfilling this, because I don't want it to come apart on the grill. That should be about the max I can get in there. Now, you're going to want to knead this together really well, or you're going to have a mess. Alrighty. I'm going to keep working my way around this, and I'll check back in with you guys. We got the burger here, people. Looking all nice and plump. See, we got the edges sealed real good. About as good as I think I can get them. Now, let's dust this with a little pepper. I'm also going to put some salt on this, and then it's ready for the grill. I haven't started preheating my grill yet, so I'm actually going to throw this burger in the refrigerator and let my grill preheat, and then we'll start grilling. I'll tune back in when I got the grill fired up. While the grill is heating up, I'm going to take my ballpark jumbo buns and butter them up, because who doesn't like crispy grilled buns? And if we're doing a mac and cheese burger, we're going to have to do a grilled bun. So, get some butter on these, and you'll be ready to throw them on once your burger's almost done. Alrighty, it is the moment of truth for this big bruiser here. I'm going to see if she's going to grill or if it's going to fall apart and ooze all my mac and cheese out. Grill's heated up to about 400 degrees. I think I'm going to end up running this burger at about 375 degrees. I'm going to sear it at 400 here, but I don't want to cook this too fast and have it be a little raw in the middle, because I don't like raw burgers. But yeah, tune back in when this thing's a little bit more cooked. Let the temperature drop to 375. And I don't know if you saw my last video, but don't always trust your grill thermometers. This Weber one seems somewhat accurate, I don't know, but I'd really like to invest in a laser. They're a nice piece of equipment, or you can even get like a cheap oven thermometer, but make sure you don't sit it right on the flame, or it's not going to give you an accurate reading. But yeah, I'm assuming these burgers, that thick mac and cheese one, I have a couple normal ones that will be done quicker, but this mac and cheese burger is going to need a solid 3 to 4 minutes aside, I'm thinking. Usually I only cook my burgers for maybe 4 minutes, like 2 minutes aside, 2.5 minutes aside at a real high heat. But I'm going to cook this one probably 8 to 10 minutes, a little lower heat, probably around 375. I'll let you know for sure when I'm done, and hopefully it turns out good. And hopefully all the cheese doesn't spew out, because then it's kind of ruined. But yeah, tune back in when the burgers are a little bit more cooked, and I'll flip them for you. Well, people, these 80-20 burgers, they're flaring up a little bit, but we're going to do the big flip on the mac and cheese burger. Wish me luck here. 1, 2, ooh. Perfection. She is looking real tasty. And let me tell you what, we have absolutely zero spillage of the mac so far. So, get that grill closed. That should stop the flare-ups, hopefully. But we're almost there, people, and it's looking promising. The mac and cheese is still safe and sound inside the burger, and it's not burning. I've been lingering between 350 and 400, more on the 375 and 400, more on the 375 side. And yeah, it's turning out pretty well. Buns are going to be going on in a second, and then we're going to be eating. Tune back in. Alrighty, people. The burgers are just about done. These tiny guys, they're ready to come off the grill. The big guy, He's gonna get about a minute and a half, 2 more minutes. Ooh, we got just a little mac peeking out the side. Just barely, nothing wrong with that. Pulling off these burgers, they're perfect. And we're gonna let this guy go. Let our buns get toasty. And then it's chow time, people. Alrighty, people. The big bruiser has been pulled. And I'm gonna give it just a little time to rest because these buns aren't quite as crispy as I want them to be. As soon as they're crispy, I'm gonna cut into this bad girl. Stay tuned. Alrighty, people. Buns are nice and toasty, just like I like them. Burger's been resting, should be ready to go. Now's the moment of truth. Let's hope and pray that she's cooked all the way through, because it's a fatty, but I gave it plenty of time, so I think it should be done. Alrighty, people. Here it is. Let me get my screen wiped off here. It's kind of dirty, but here it is. I actually topped mine with just a little bit of ketchup. It is up to you if you'd like to do that or not. I actually used to enjoy when I would eat the macaroni and cheese and hamburgers. Sometimes there'd be a little bit of ketchup left on the plate and I'd eat it with my macaroni, but that's totally up to you. But here we go, moment of truth. Let's give her a slice. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. We got a whole bunch of mac and cheese in there. And a nice, oop, knocked her over. And a nicely cooked burger around the outside. Let's see how it tastes. That's a delicious burger. I actually kind of forgot to top it with cheese. With all that macaroni and cheese in there, it's not too overpowering on the cheese. You can maybe use a slice on top, but that's delicious. That is a great, easy recipe to do during the grilling season, and something a little bit different than just your normal everyday burger. Look at all that mac and cheese in there. Delicious. But yeah, I think that's about it for cooking with Stoff today. Stay tuned. I'm going to be making a side dish recipe, which I haven't been doing a whole lot of. It's going to be some home style kale. And I hear everybody talking crap about kale on the internet these days, about how it belongs in the garbage. And I don't know why people say that. I'm a normal dude. I like eating steak. I also like eating kale, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. But yep, that's gonna be my next recipe. And I hope you like this one. Comment below if you did. Big shout out to Brandon Marks and Brandon Marks Fitness. As I said before, he is the one that came up with the idea for this video. And I appreciate it. If anyone else wants to reach out and give a suggestion for something to make, I'll be more than happy to do that for you. So, have a good day, enjoy the meal, and take her easy. Mrs. Dog. Mrs. Dog, the beef loving dog. Miss Dog, the beef loving dog. Oh, there you go, girl. There you go. That meat's for you, girl. That meat is for you. That's all your meat, girl. That's a whole plate of burger for you, Miss Dog. We gotta keep you beefy. We gotta keep you looking beefy, girl. Got the foothold. get max amount of torque on that burger. That's an impressive move there, Miss Dan. You learned that from me? Woo! That was good. Now, she will eat these plates, people. You gotta watch out. She's known to be eating a paper plate. It's got burger grease.